Hey guys, so welcome back, or welcome if you're new. This is, I believe, my 5th sketchbook tour video and my 7th finished sketchbook. This is kind of an overdue video. I finished this a few months ago, but haven't really had the time to film this until now. So yeah, let's dive right on in. If you know my sketchbooks, you know that I have a list of songs that I listened to while I drew it. It really adds experience, and I love that I add this to the beginning of all my sketchbooks. I did add a little note for me as well in this one, just for some inspiration. But yeah, if you want, it's actually a really cool experience to listen to these songs as you go through my sketchbook. It kind of gives you a different experience. On this page, I wrote the dates. So you can see I finished this back in May. So it's a little bit overdue. Yeah, I really don't like these. If you guys use moleskins, they add this little thing on the front and the back, which I'm not a huge fan of. But yeah, another inspirational quote here, encouraging someone to be entirely themselves is the loudest way to love them. So this is the first page, and a big goal of mine for this sketchbook specifically was to incorporate more variety, so less just faces, more variety in the subjects, in the poses. I really wanted each page to tell a story, and hopefully I did that. If you compare the two from my previous sketchbook, there is subtle differences, I think. It's been a few months since I've actually looked at this sketchbook myself, so yeah, it's fun to go through this again. It's bringing it all back to me. But yeah, so there's a lot of different elements that I try to incorporate into each of these pages. A little more fantasy elements, as I was reading a lot of books and getting into Greek mythology. I am currently writing a book, and so I've been doing a lot of research for that and incorporating some of those inspirational elements into this sketchbook as well. This page was a lot of fun. I incorporated different elements such as the house in the distance, the unicorn and the bugs, just some things that I normally wouldn't really draw on my sketchbooks. So going back to the fantasy element, I did read the ACOTAR series while I was drawing this sketchbook. So this page is the Archeron sisters, which was really fun to draw. And this page is the guy page. So this was really fun to draw as well. They all have such different personalities, so it was fun to be able to show that in these drawings. This one was fun here. I really like the way that they look like they're more immersed in their own environments rather than just sitting on a flat page. This one was cute. I just wanted to try drawing a dog. Dogs aren't really typically what I go for in drawings, neither are weapons. So I try to do it's an emptier page than what I normally do, but I liked the layout and I liked the theme of it, and I think it turned out pretty well. This one was more of a romantic, kind of more along the lines of like Pride and Prejudice with poppier colors. Definitely one of my favorite pages in this entire sketchbook. I really do like the colorful line borders. That ended up turning out really well. I did that here too as well with different colors, and I think it looks just as good. This one's a little bit more of a fantasy element with elves, daggers. I really like that look. It's definitely something that I revisit throughout this entire sketchbook. You can see that here as well. Yeah, different things I really like. Deer, this one was cool. I mean, I don't do a whole lot of detail in these pieces, but just like the theme and the emotions they bring are enough. They're good points of inspiration for future pieces. And I actually did another dog in this one. And that hand actually is not really for her, but it ended up looking like it was, so I really like that too. This one seems a little bit more along the style of my usual drawings, especially with the color scheme as well. But yeah, I like this one. I like all the quotes as well. This one is cool. I like this color combination. I've done it before and it always pops really well on the page. And this one again is a little more along the lines of the romantic vibes. I like the color scheme as well. Something that I like to revisit more, and obviously I didn't do too much detail into like armor, but armor is actually super fun to draw, but it can be very, very time consuming to go through all the details. But I do want to do more of a detailed armor piece in the future. This one was actually really fun. I liked the break in the page with the bird and the fruits in the middle. It was just a fun and very spring design. It was springtime and I was getting very excited for summer. And yeah, it just looks really positive and uplifting. This page kind of took off on its own. I wasn't really intending for it to turn out this way, but I actually really like this piece. It's one of my favorite pages. This was also another page that isn't completely filled like my typical pages, but yeah, I really like it. There's two characters on each end looking out into opposite sides, tied together with this border and the quote, and the middle woman is something different. I don't typically do too many figure poses. As you can see, I do a lot of like zoomed in eyes or just faces up to the shoulders. It's always fun to do some body poses though. My favorite part of this page is the bird is just kind of wild, along with the butterfly. Not usual, components of my sketchbook pages again, but they actually tie in really, really nicely together. I really liked the butterflies on the last page, so I continued it onto this one. And I wanted to incorporate a little bit more movement, some fluid movement with ribbons. So I added that at the top. And again, I like to do the color pops for makeup. So I brought that back as well. In this one here, I wanted to continue with the theme of movement. So I drew a flag, and some organic elements like apples, and I like to do a little bit of a fun twist to hair because I typically don't color hair in my sketchbooks. Again, here I'm working with more organic elements and a lot of movement with ribbon. It was just really fun to draw, I guess, at the time. Yeah, but I think it ended up looking really nice. I really liked that previous page where I drew the bird and the apple to kind of cut through the page. So I did it again here, but with a snake and some ginkgo leaves, and I really like how it turned out, and that might be something that I do more of. It really brings the page together. This was one where I was practicing body language a little bit more. It's something I definitely want to explore and get better at. So yeah, it looks pretty good. This page is kind of chaotic, but overall I really like the pops of color, especially on the shoes, the apple and the heart. It's just like all these shiny elements that I really like. I love shiny things. Yeah, I do like how this page turned out. This is another, I think it's this color scheme for me with like the baby blues and the pinks that makes it a little bit more like romantic for some reason. But yeah, I get that vibe whenever I see or do any of these pages with this color scheme. Maybe it's more of a dreamy element, like a dreamy romantic vibe. I don't know what happened with this page. I was just drawing random elements and kind of was trying to tie it all together. Don't know what that huge heart is, but you know, overall I think it looks pretty decent. Yeah, I like all the use of color I did on that one. This page was fun. I was experimenting more with clothing. Typically, like, because I don't draw too many body forms, I don't draw a whole lot of outfits. So I wanted to explore that a little more, and that was pretty fun. This is Charlie. She wants to be involved right now. Okay, so this spread, I was so excited for Hades 2. I had to do a full spread of fan art. Melanoy was really fun to draw. I like the different eye colors and the different hands that she has. It was just really fun to draw. Charlie is very, very affectionate today. But yeah, I've actually, Hades 2 is, the pre-release is out, so it is so much fun to play, and it definitely did not disappoint, and it can only just get better and better from here. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Let's just, okay. Let me just, 1 second. All right, so yeah, this was a very fun spread to draw. I love doing Hades artworks, so yeah, I'll probably do more of these in my next sketchbook as well. There is something about this color combination. I may have just talked about it, but I really like it. It gives a very delicate, dreamy vibe, like I said, especially in this spread. And this little kitty. And there is something to be said about blue hair. I love it. I think it looks great. This one was another one where I was practicing, you know, hand form, body form. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. I like the elements. Here again, I was incorporating, there's a lot of swords in this sketchbook as well. This is probably not the whole spread, but more specifically, I do like the sword and the flowers, but more specifically, I really love these horns. It's just, they remind me of a candy from back in the day. I don't even know what it was anymore, but it just feels very nostalgic, and again, very shiny. This one, This one was fun. A lot, more body form again here, and different aged characters. Another dog. I think it was definitely a trend and a theme to this book. So I looked up some reference on Pinterest, and Timothée Chalamet showed up, and I clicked on one, and then I just got a bunch, and it just kept recommending it to me. So I just decided to go for it and do a whole spread on his face. Again, here as well, there's one more. I wanted to incorporate a little bit more expressions with this page, so I did some hearty laughs, which was fun to do. And it's definitely a challenge. It's definitely harder to draw than just a typical smile or frown. Yeah. I think I drew this one in the evening time, and I was really about reading books, and I wanted this kind of moody, like old library vibe on this spread. And I think it worked. This one was a very, just a cutesy spread. Just pretty girls and a lot of like shiny stars and pretty colors. And the quote is kind of, not as cutesy. Yeah, I don't know about this one. It's not my favorite page, but, again, practicing that body form language, a little more movement in the hair, and some different patterns as well in the background there. Again, here it's pretty much the same thing, more practice on body form, different angles of the face, drawing a little bit like down, upwards. Same thing here. I really like this page actually. It came together really nicely. It's really delicate, but yeah, I like the flowers on the border. This one was fun as well. I did kind of more of a combined background, if you will, and a lot of daisies. My favorite flower is a daisy, so a lot of those. And this one was fun too. As you can see, I did a little bit more of the form and shapewear defined with the color pencil, which gave it a little nice fluffy look. This one was fun too. I did a different flower, and this one's more along the lines of what I love to draw, which is just faces. But yeah, each face is, I think, very different, so fun to do. Again, here, same thing. I added a male and then also, more of a body study here. I really like to draw outfits that I would like to have. So in this one I did more of a male body language. Although he's wearing a jacket, it's kind of hard to tell, but the broad shoulders, and more shoes. I really like shiny shoes. And this one was fun as well. You see the larger body form in the female in the middle, along with the, if you can see it right now, and the male in the back who's kind of propped up. It's a different different perspective than what I normally draw. And yeah, that takes us to the end. I ended this by writing the quote, stop measuring days by degree of productivity and start experiencing them by degree of presence. This was a very fun book, and I thought I would finish it, or at least do this video a lot sooner, but I'm glad I could do the sketchbook tour and show you guys and share this sketchbook with you. In the next one, I think I'm going to do more of a studies approach and use more pencil instead of doing the pens and doing like full sketchbook artworks. Do more of a studies, because I am actually trying to move a little more into the digital space. My cat. Yeah, I'm trying to move more into a digital space, so hopefully I can transfer some of the ideas that I draw in this next book into fully finished digital pieces. But yeah, again, I will be using a Moleskine sketchbook. Link is on my storefront if you will like. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of these sketchbooks. The pages are just really nice and perfect for what I need. But yeah, summer is now coming to an end. I believe fall, by the time this video comes out, it's gonna be fall. So yeah, hopefully it'll be more of a fall themed sketchbook next. We'll see. I love fall time. So yeah, it'll be my 8th sketchbook. So yeah, it's very exciting. I'm really stacking up on these sketchbooks. So yeah. Thanks for watching. I will definitely be uploading pictures on my Instagram, so just catch me on there, and yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye.